So, turns out that some politicians want to build a wall around the Mexican border. I guess it must be somewhere before or after that river separating Mexico from Texas. Now, my parents did legally move to this country, but legally is the proper word, and moving here illegally causes problems. The issue is not whether or not they just don't pay taxes for the small jobs they have, but the issue is what happens when millions of people come to another country at a very fast rate. It doesn't seem like it'd be a good idea. So imagine you're a Native American, and you see these people coming from Europe. Okay, so it's one ship, that isn't an issue. But when they come in thousands of ships, and they're here in the millions, you're going to feel like you're being literally wiped out, population-wise and percentage-wise. And that is exactly what will happen again in America if too many people from Mexico start coming to the United States in large numbers and at a fast rate. And these people are actually more likely to have kids. That has more so to do with the fact that countries of a Catholic background are those who also like to have more kids, and Mexicans just so happen to be that one group. So statistics-wise, there would be more Catholics in America, there will be less European Americans, there will be more people who speak a language other than English, which isn't the biggest deal, but it will be one of the changes. And this idea that they are somehow this group of people that are special because they moved here, and that because we're so politically correct, we need to look up to these Mexicans, is stupid. In fact, most people admit that North Mexico is primarily used to grow drugs that are sold here. Most people in Mexico City admit that the North Mexican groups are the ones that are in these gangs that run around and sell drugs all over America. And even other Hispanic nations know that Mexico has these really ridiculous issues that really need to be taken care of. And the issue isn't Mexicans, the issue has primarily been the Mexican drug cartels, which, I mean, the name kind of gives it away. Why should I explain this? I'd be preaching to a choir if I was explaining this. But the increase in Mexican gang activity will be an issue in America, especially if these people became the majority of American citizens. So, knowing what happened to the Native Americans, seeing Mexicans doing this to America, should make people feel like history is really repeating itself. Is there an issue building a wall around the Mexican border? Is there an issue making it harder to them to physically get here, even if we made it legally capable? I mean, what is wrong with building a gigantic wall around your nation to help keep people out of it? Some countries, like China, built their wall to protect themselves from other Asian tribes that were trying to get in and invade them. And having a wall around the nation does help. In a foreign case like Israel, they built a wall separating themselves from, I believe it was either the West Bank, but which one? It's the main Palestinian territory, which is the West Bank, and it actually reduced terrorist attacks from the West Bank in Israel from over 100 to 0. So there is a clear statistic that once you build this wall, people obviously can't get over. So obviously, whatever bad thing you're trying to prevent is going to go down to 0. And building a wall around your nation to protect it from non-Western countries, or in this case gangs, is actually quite helpful. If I was the President of the United States, I would build a gigantic wall that goes around that river and protects us from the illegal aliens. Because this country is literally being invaded by aliens. Maybe not aliens from another planet, but aliens from another country. And this should be a concern for most Americans.